Absolute Radio is where you can hear Prince, Mumford and Sons,
I will wait for you,
and The Killers.
Can you read my mind?
Absolute Radio,
where real music matters.
Absolute Radio is the home of rock and roll football. Barclays Premier League football commentary every Saturday afternoon.
In hospital.
I was the mug who had to take him in. Cost me €100 because he wasn't insured.
And another night, right, we got into this wicked fight.
And then he got us into a fight. The police came.
Then me and the boys all ended up in a cell.
And as if that wasn't enough.
Then on me last night, I lost my passport.
What a holiday.
What an holiday. Can't wait for next time.
Never again.
Want to remember your holiday for the right reasons? Make sure you don't ruin it for you and your mates.
Can this show get any worse?
Iain Lee. It's about love and life. And live radio wrestling matches. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Interesting show this evening. Later on, I thought we might talk about burlesque. Burlesque is big at the moment, isn't it? But surely it's just posh stripping. There's no class to it. It's just chubby girls in basques. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but let's just call it what it is. And also, after this song, we are going to have former radio host Tommy Boyd on the line. You may not have heard of him. He's not been on the air for a few years, but he used to be quite influential. We'll be speaking to Tommy, and you can speak to him after Pearl Jam.
Have I got a little...
Iain Lee.
Absolute Radio.
You must excuse me being incredibly tired. If I yawn throughout the show, it's not because you're boring me, although you probably are. I've been up very early with the boy, and I had two excellent opportunities for a doze. And I couldn't sleep. The first opportunity, I was just dropping off. And then my electric guitar that I'd ordered arrived. So I, was up. And then the second opportunity for a doze, the postman came, and it was... So I'm tired. I've had no doze, and normally I manage to get a couple of hours in. I've had nothing. I've been up since 7:30. Anyway, tonight's show is going to be a lot of fun. We will be talking burlesque. It's just fat girls in basques, isn't it? Now, I don't have a problem with that. I think that's wonderful. But why are we trying to make stripping classy? You know, if you... Daddy, I'm going to become a stripper. You tart. Daddy, I'm going to become a burlesque dancer. Well, isn't that marvellous? Look at you striving for your own individuality. Huh? It's your body. You do what you want. It just seems a bit odd. We'll do that later on. First up, though, we're going to speak to someone who used to be a bit of a legend in the radio, Tommy Boyd. And it's probably fair to say that he's influenced me a little bit. I used to be a big fan of his shows, The Human Zoo, and other bits and pieces that he did. And it's kind of helped me find my voice, I think. So very excited that he's agreed to come on. I'm going to dial him now, because this is the kind of... Normally when you get a guest on... By the way, if you want to speak to Tommy Boyd, and I know there are a lot of you anoraks out there foaming at the mouth, 0330 123 1215. Call up now. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number if you want to speak to Tommy Boyd. I'm dialing him now. Normally, you would kind of phone a guest off air, and Eloise would speak to the guest and make sure they're all right, and, just prep them that we were going to go on air. But this is kind of the sort of zoo format that was popular when he was around, sort of in the 90s, is to just phone people straight to air. So I thought as a tribute to him, we'd do it in this way, and let's see how we go here. He does know I'm calling.
Hello?
Is that Tommy Boyd? Hello? Hello? Hello, is that Tommy?
It is Tommy, yes. What an incredibly bad line. It is at my end, anyway.
Would you like us... It's Iain Lee. Would you like us to call back, Tommy?
I don't know what this noise is.
We're on the air now.
I can hear you, but you sound so faint.
Should I...
try calling me again?
Hello? Okay, there we go. This is why... Okay, that didn't work. This is why you would normally get a producer to call and... Okay, let's try again. Tommy Boyd.
Oh, that's better, isn't it?
Now I'm struggling to hear you, Tommy. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, now you're quite faint.
This is very strange, isn't it? You sound absolutely crystal clear to me, but you can't hear.
No, I'm going to try again. Hang on a second. Am I doing something wrong, Eloise? Am I doing something wrong here?
Not that I can see.
Okay. Oh, balls. This is going terribly badly. Let's try it. Hang on a second. Right, let's try this one. If I put him onto line 2, that might work.
Hello?
Fingers crossed. Tommy!
Yes.
Can you hear us?
Very well now.
You're a little faint, but I'm going to boost your gain up a bit, and that should be okay. Lovely to have you on the show.
Lovely to be on your show, dear boy.
Oh, it must be. It's so nice to talk to you.
And you.
Now, for those people who don't know who you are, and we have had a lot of people saying, could you kind of sum up your career for us?
God, no.
In a sentence.
Very persevering.
Okay. That'll do. Some would remember you perhaps for your kids' TV, although I prefer to remember you for your groundbreaking radio in sort of the mid-90s.
Yes, those are the two things that I enjoyed best.
Okay. Someone has texted a question already. Timmy Mallet, was he really that irritating in real life?
I'm afraid so, yes.
Was he?
Yes, I'm afraid so. He wouldn't mind me saying it. If I thought he would be offended by that, then I wouldn't say that he was. But yes, Timmy was like he was on the screen. He was like that all the time.
And how did you put up with that?
I put him up against the wall on one occasion and said, just don't do that when I'm around again. And he was a little bit better behaved when I was around as a result of that.
Did you hold Timmy Mallet up against the wall?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Briefly. I just said, don't do that again. He knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not a dangerous man. I am from Hounslow.
Yes. You're sounding very relaxed this evening, Tommy, if you don't mind me saying.
I'm propped up in bed.
Lovely.
I decided to enjoy a glass of wine earlier with my wife.
Thank you.
And then I fell asleep watching the beginning of Newsnight.
Right. Phone hacking again, is it?
Yes, it was phone hacking
and
Ofcom. So, broadcasting is broadcasting's own main topic at the moment.
It's always a little bit self-important. We're going to talk broadcasting for a bit, because I wanted to ask you how the Human Zoo was... you don't mind talking about the old days, do you?
No.
Good lad. The Human Zoo was kind of sort of groundbreaking for its time in that you were probably the first show in this country to take phone calls straight to air. We kind of do a similar thing. We call it Triple M, and we've made a few tweaks here and there. But how did you come up with that?
Desperation, really.
Yep.
I was working for Kelvin Mackenzie at Talk Sport.
Well done.
The reason for that was really because they owed me an awful lot of money after firing me when Kelvin took over from what was Talk Radio.
Yeah.
And he realised that he was probably going to have to pay me an awful lot of money, so he decided that he would employ me somewhere where I couldn't do any harm.
Yeah.
And the harm that I would do him, I think, would have been to have been reasonably successful doing what I did, which was slightly anarchic.
Yes.
Whereas Kelvin actually in radio, if everybody knows who Kelvin Mackenzie is, in publishing he was quite renegade, but in broadcasting he was rather contrite and mainstream.
Yes.
So he tucked me away on a Sunday night, and I was following a broadcaster who was actually a politician called Stephen Norris.
Yes, I remember him, yes.
And it was quiet, very quiet indeed. And I wonder if I can tell you this story. Yeah, why not? The phone operator who I had on the show was having an affair with the technical operator.
Okay, lovely.
On the show.
No names, no pack drill, good work.
Just as the show began, he used to stack 4 or 5 calls, and then the two of them would disappear. Now, I don't know exactly where they were going, but I knew what they were doing.
Were they really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
In a broom cupboard somewhere, probably.
Gents, more like.
Yeah, okay. Oh, right, say. Okay, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fine by me.
Of course.
But then the calls, I would work my way through the calls, because a lot of them weren't very good. And so there I was with nobody to talk to.
Yeah.
So I started taking calls as they came in. And I had no idea that it was going to be considered such a dynamic and daring concept, because I had done it before on different occasions on the basis that actually phone operators, no offence to anybody who's working on your show tonight,
No.
phone operators don't really contribute a great deal to
I know exactly what you mean.
the show, unless they're very, very good, and I'm sure you have great people.
Eloise is adequate, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in America, they do what they call caller grooming. They don't call it screening or anything.
Yeah, they groom them.
Caller grooming, and
Yeah.
they sort of gee the caller up to the point where they're part of the show, and they hit the air running.
Yeah.
In Britain, in radio, the convention, I think, is to be very polite. If somebody calls up, unless they're clearly inadequate, then they go on the air, and they go on the air in the order in which they call up. And sometimes the presenter has no idea what they're going to say, and they themselves haven't got much of an idea what they're going to say. So it can be 2 to 5 minutes before the call warms up. So where I worked in America, I'd seen a lot of better systems, and I felt that it would invigorate me. I'd be interested, not knowing who was coming on air.
Right.
On what they were going to be about. And it would keep me on my toes, and I'd have to work that a little bit harder to turn it into something interesting. And I do believe, by the way, the last thing on the Human Zoo is that it was nowhere near as good as those who remember it think it was. It's very much a case, I think, the Human Zoo of the Elvis Presley syndrome. Now that I'm not doing it, it's considered some sort of, it's been deified.
Yeah.
Just as if you were to be assassinated, God forbid, of course, if you were to be assassinated tomorrow, it would do your profile, your image.
Yeah.
You know, it would be huge.
Yeah, yeah.
And we would be,
Is that a threat?
We would. Well,
that's an odd thing to say. That's all.
I like you very much indeed, but so many people have said to me, why don't you go round and stick him up against the wall? The kid keeps nicking all your best ideas.
No. No, I don't nick your ideas. I do. There are similarities, but I mean, Triple M is sort of like the Human Zoo, and I've always said that it's influenced by that, but we've just made it so it's more consistent. Because the Human Zoo, as you're right, was very hit and miss. Mainly misses, a few hits. Triple M, when we do it, is we've refined it slightly, I would say.
Come on.
Well, no, don't get arsey with me, boy.
Very much indeed, but you're such a nice guy. You're so fertile in creative terms. I'm sure your semen is totally potent. I'm not referring to that.
Yes.
I'm saying,
I can send you some if you want.
Knock up a few ideas of your own.
Well, unbelievable. Well, but the thing is, the thing is, Tommy, when, if you want to do this, we can do this. I don't want to do this.
What?
When were you last on national radio?
I last on national radio.
We're talking good 10 years, aren't we? And not
probably, yes.
Yeah.
They probably are. But I mean,
what are you doing now?
It's like saying to George Best, you
Yes.
know, I mean, I model myself very much on him.
Yes.
Really.
I can tell by the way you're speaking, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's...
Well, the thing I'm saying, Tommy, is you're a guest on my show. I've got a national radio show.
Yeah.
And you haven't, been employed for a while. I mean, the last thing you did was play radio, which was, less said about that, the better. It was a bit embarrassing. So don't start coming having a go at me.
I dispute that. I dispute that utterly. I mean, first of all, I mean, I was able to work from home, and because I live a long way away from London, but partly because you should, I just got fed up with going to London, frankly. There isn't very much media down here on the south coast, so I tried to make the best of what there was on my doorstep, because really, spending 6 hours a day travelling to and from work isn't something I wanted to do anymore.
It does sound like bullshine, though.
Which bit?
Well, it's easy. I mean, you've got to be in your 60s now, and it's easy to say, well, I don't fancy the long journey, that's why I don't do radio anymore, And, maybe you just, your day has gone, and it was a lovely day, and you shone brightly.
The fact remains, as anybody who's familiar with...
I can't believe I'm having an argument with Tommy Boyd.
No.
But you brought it on, OK.
Well, the fact is, as everybody who's familiar with my work, both professionally and as a listener or a viewer, knows, I am, by a distance, the most unusual, remarkable, and persistently creative broadcaster the country's ever had. The fact that I'm not Terry Wogan is because I get bored very easily.
Yoga on the radio, Tommy?
That was
not great.
Kindness.
Right, okay.
To the,
okay, compromise.
Yoga on the radio, what's wrong with that?
It's a bit, you talk about safe as a little bit, hey, we're a bit crazy, we're going to do something that's mainly visual.
I thought it would be interesting to see if it worked, and then once I realised that it was okay.
Yeah.
Blimey, look, BBC local, regional radio, can you think of anything that's interesting on that?
Well, no, but this is what the whole world, the whole internet thought you were going to kick it up its backside, and the beast had been tamed, Tommy.
No, I was disappointed. I signed a 2-year contract with BBC Regional Radio, and I was told verbally that I could do what I liked.
Yeah.
And I thought, great, I'll get stuck in here.
Yeah.
And after the first show, I got called in by someone who was brand new.
Yeah.
The people who offered me the job said, yeah, of course you can do what you like. We know that you're somebody who's going to try new things, and that's what we want. But on day one, there was a new person in charge, and that new person wasn't minded like that.
Sour grapes. So,
but I do go looking. I go looking to try to do some things that are going to interest the audience because they interest me. I mean, if the presenter's interested, then the audience ought to be interested.
Well, okay. Well, listen. Okay. Let's see if you've still got that creative spark, Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's think outside the box. Fire some ideas at me. Come on. What have you got?
Oh God.
You must have hundreds.
I always wanted to try, and this is probably more TV than radio. But then you're quite at home in front of the camera.
Thank you.
As well. Stalking is a terrible thing, but on the other hand, it's quite interesting. I always wanted to do a format which I called Celebrity Stalker, in which you would get celebrities to stalk members of the public.
And then what happens?
Well, you get B-list celebrities, I suppose. Like, what it would do, it would just be interesting to see how, for example, Tony Blackburn would go about finding out things about a member of the public who had volunteered themselves. They wouldn't be random members of the public, obviously, but you know what people are like. They'll sign up for anything.
Yeah.
So, but you would sign up as a member of the public, and then you would be stalked by, say, Christopher Biggins.
Yeah.
And Christopher Biggins would have to find out all sorts of things about you without you knowing that Christopher Biggins was on your case. So the member of the public would be unaware of which celebrity was stalking them.
Yes.
So if they had Michaela Strachan sort of hiding behind the baked beans in the supermarket...
Did you, Tommy?
That's one idea.
Okay.
Various other things as well. I think we need more... conflict in broadcasting because conflict is...
Okay, I'm interested.
Exciting.
I'm sitting back up in my seat, sir.
And truth.
Right.
You know, I mean, how would you deal with it if you knew that for an hour on your show you had to answer any question that anybody asked you absolutely truthfully? Could you do that? You couldn't, could you?
No.
No, I could, you see.
Well, I could.
That's why you're still learning.
No, don't.
Could you?
Yeah, well, the thing is...
Would you be prepared to?
I've done a feature before where people were allowed to phone me up. We would phone someone at random that after they'd sent their details in, and they were allowed to ask me one question, and I would answer that question honestly.
Okay, and I've tried it too.
Right.
But the reason it didn't work is because all people wanted to know was how much I was being paid.
Right. People wanted to know my phone number and what drugs I'd taken.
Did you tell them what drugs you'd taken?
Yes.
Oh, what drugs have you taken?
Well, I'm not going to tell you now on the radio.
Oh, sorry, I thought we were talking about... formats for broadcasting rather than things to talk about on the phone.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you. You're a nice lad, right? Why are you doing? Are you doing a piece? Because may I have permission to speak freely, sir? You're being a bit of a dick on this, and I've been kind of
in what respect?
You're just being quite obtuse.
Obtuse about what? Obtuse isn't the word.
We had James H. Reeve on once.
Yeah.
And he was absolutely charming, told a few funny anecdotes about being on the radio, and it was a lot of fun for everyone.
No, was it really? I mean, what did anybody get out of that? You know, one of the things that has disappointed me down the years is that broadcasting just hasn't been the tool that it could have been to enhance the sense of community that we all have. You see, it's very lonely being a human being, and that's because we're all very dishonest. And so we never actually share anything, not even sometimes with our partner in life. We certainly never share it with friends. We're all full of chutzpah and bravado. And I think that the only way that we can overcome the loneliness that comes from this living in these kind of bubbles is that if we're open and if we really communicate and touch each other. But it's not going to happen in British broadcasting.
I can see why you don't work anymore, mate, to be honest. Really, I don't want to be rude. I can totally see why you don't work anymore.
I don't have to.
No, okay.
You do.
Yeah, okay. Well, Tommy, this hasn't really worked, so I'm going to say thank you very much. Tommy? Was he doing it?
This is Absolute Radio. You're listening to...
That was weird, wasn't it? Man alive! What an attitude! Oh well. There you go. Listen, I've always said I've been influenced by Tommy Boyd and Danny Baker and Clive Bull and a few others. They're the three main ones. I've never ripped him off totally, right? That is unfair to say that. And I'm working on a national radio station. So, should we just move on from that? Let's move on from that. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. Hey, ever spoken to your hero and they were a complete dick? We can do that. Oh, we got 10 pairs of tickets to give away as well to see Roger Daltrey live at the South End. Where is this venue, Eloise? I can't read it. South End what? Clags.
South End Cliffs Pavilion.
Should we give away a pair of tickets now?
Yeah.
I'm going to click. Right, Jonathan, Nick, and Jim, stay there, and then clear these two calls. Line number 4, when that lights up, you can have a pair of tickets to see Roger Daltrey Wednesday, July the 13th in Southend. Simple as 0330 123 1215. Line 4 when you light up, and we have to do that now because although Ofcom is crumbling around our ears and there are far more serious things happening in the world of phones, we have to, when we say line 4, we have to give it to line 4. If you want a pair of tickets to see Roger Daltrey Wednesday, July the 13th in Southend, 0330 123 1215. Let's try and lift the mood after what it was a very, very uncomfortable 20 minutes. Oh, man alive. I hope that never gets played anywhere ever again. 0330 123 1215. Pair of tickets. See Roger Daltrey, line 4. When line 4 lights up, line 4 is lit up. Let's go to this. Hello, line 4. Who are you and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Norden in Surrey.
And who are you?
My name's Iain.
Hang on a minute, Iain. How are you spelling it? The correct way or the incorrect way? Turn your radio off, you muppet!
It's all right, I'm in the car.
You can still turn the radios off in cars, I found out the other day.
It's all right, I've just turned it off.
Good lad. Do you like Roger Daltrey?
He's fantastic.
Would you like a pair of tickets to see him Wednesday, July the 13th?
That'd be lovely.
Iain, stay on the line, my friend. Eloise will take your details. Line 4, Eloise. Line 4. You have won them tickets. We've got 8 more pairs to give away. We'll do it later. If you're calling in now, don't call in for that. We'll do that a bit later on.
Iain,
there we go. Sorry, I'll leave Eloise's fade up. Let's go to Nick in Gloucester. Hello, Nick.
First of all, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm well sorry. Sorry about Tommy Boyd being a bit of a disappointment.
Okay, only massively.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry for something nasty I did to you.
Oh, hello. You're not the... Hey, you're not the fella that's been smearing dog poo on my windows, is it?
Well, no.
Okay, when I find him, boy, I'm going to be furious.
I'm not a Facebook fan, but I do love Twitter.
Right.
And I was following you on Twitter, and I said something nasty to you. I did, yeah, it was nasty.
What did you say without... If there's swear words in it, censor yourself. What did you say?
You always act like a duck when Dougie's in the studio.
Oh, yeah, that was you,
Stop
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Did I block you? Did I block you for that?
Yeah, you did. I'm sorry.
I've got the power to do that. I've got the power to unblock you. What's your name on there?
Yeah, at Uncomfy Finger.
Oh, that's you, is it? Right. Oh, Comfy Finger. I'm enjoying. Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
A Comfy Finger. It's not finding you.
Uncomfy Finger, one word.
Yeah, at Comfy Finger.
No, at Uncomfy Finger.
Oh, okay, there we go. I'm enjoying having a zero... Unlike Mayor Giuliani, I'm having a great zero-tolerance policy to people and just blocking people willy-nilly.
It was horrible.
You're unblocked.
I really didn't mean... Oh, it was horrible. I felt like, it really got on his nerves.
You said it, yeah. I have zero tolerance policy on Twitter, and people go, "Oh, you can't have." Well, no, I'm not going to have an argument on Twitter. Well, sometimes I do if I'm really, really bored, because I am not a 15-year-old schoolgirl. If someone says something nasty to my phone, I delete it and block it. But you're unblocked. You're unblocked. There you go. I'm in a forgiving mood today.
And you're a strong man. I could never do that. I would bear the grudge.
All right, you can take your tongue out my arse now. What else do you want?
That was it, really. I like the show. Thanks.
Thanks very much.
Bye.
It's Jonathan. Cheer Up Sunday. Yes, boss.
Hello, Ian. Hello.
You gotta big up yourself. Big up yourself. It's Jonathan. You gotta big up yourself. Big up yourself for Cheer Up Sunday. You gotta big up yourself. Gonna meet in a park. Hope everybody turns up. It's a lark. Meet up. Cheer Up Sunday. I wrote a song for you, Jonathan.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That was really good. It rhymes and everything.
It rhymes,
wow.
and it rhymes and everything. How are you feeling? How are you feeling for your Cheer Up Sunday this Sunday?
I'm in a really good mood today. I'm trying to project that into Sunday, into the future, if that's possible. I don't think it is possible. But
you know it's going to happen. You know people are going to turn up.
I'm now getting to
they're
the
going to
stage.
turn up, man. Come on, have faith. You got to believe.
I know they're going to turn up, but I'm now at the stage where I'm like, hang on, it's just me. What am I going to do? What if everyone gets really bored? I'm trying to think of...
No, listen, you mustn't... This is why I never throw parties, okay? Because I'm always anxious that people are having a good time. Are they having a good time? Well, they're not having a good time. They left at 11:30. Is that a good time for someone to leave a party? So I never throw parties. But the thing is, it's such a wonderful thing anyway. You haven't got to drive it, Jonathan. People will turn up. I reckon you'll get about 6-7 people turn up. They'll all drive it. And if you say, look, we're going to meet up and we're going to hang out for an hour, 2 hours tops, then there's no pressure.
Yeah, I mean, as long as everyone isn't expecting a song and dance or a grand performance, or I really hope no one comes expecting to see you or Eloise or anything like that.
I can tell you now, we won't be there. And also, I'm hoping you're carrying some protection just in case someone brings a knife and tries to bum you. That's all. I've been in these places, Jonathan, and it's uncomfortable. Give us the facts, the times, and the location again. For those who don't know, Jonathan lives in Cambridge. He hasn't got any friends. He's a bit shy, so he's organised this fantastic event, Cheer Up Sunday, this Sunday, 5 o'clock. Where is it, Jonathan?
It is at Christ Pieces in Cambridge. It's a really, really nice park next to the massive bus station.
Okay.
It's a really nice park. I can't say that enough.
Okay. And you're going to be hanging there for about an hour, and then you're going to go to the pub and have a beer or something?
That's correct. We're going to be there at 5 p.m. Until about 7 p.m.-ish. It depends when we start to drift away. And then we're going to go to a pub called All Bar One, which is just literally around the corner.
They're good.
Yeah, we've had developments.
What kind of phone have you got, Jonathan?
Why, is it really rubbish? It's a pretend BlackBerry.
Oh, no, I was going to say, because if you had an iPhone is excellent for recording things. And I was just going to ask you to record a little bit of the ambience for us and email it over.
I'll definitely take pictures.
Okay, okay, if you can't record it, that's not a problem. If you can take pictures and send them over or put them on Facebook, that would be awesome.
I know someone's going to bring a smartphone. I could record stuff. I don't know what you're going to get. It could be anything, Ian. This could lead down a dark place. If you can, that would be awesome, but don't ruin your evening because of it, but it would be nice. So give us the details one more time, Jonathan. Okay, it's 5 p.m. in Christ Pieces in Cambridge. Yep. It's a really nice park. It's next to the massive bus station. All the details are on Facebook. I don't know if you want to repost them or if you want me to do it. If you can repost them, Jonathan, that would be awesome. I tell you what, if you give us a call tomorrow, because we've got plenty of stuff to get through tonight. If you give us a call tomorrow, we'll have a whole 5 minutes talking about it and judging the mood of the nation. It's exciting, man. It's going to happen. I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be amazing. Okay, all the details are on Facebook. It'll be up shortly. Yeah.
Yeah. Facebook.com/Iain Lee Show. If you go and support this, because I genuinely think this is a brilliant idea. If this works, we can kind of make a whole chain of these across the country. 0330 123 1215. Don't send me stroppy emails because Boyd was hard work. Listen to Anna Anderson. I could not believe the patronisation, not a word, of some dweeb talking to someone who's done something in their life rather than being a puppet. Only caught a bit of it. Well, there you go then, you idiot. As I was in the bath, but the blood boiled and absolutely disgraceful. If I was a football thug, I would say, who are you? Never listening to this station again. You talk about his attitude, what the heck have you done? Goodbye. I did nothing wrong in that interview, all right? I did nothing wrong in that interview. If you're a guest on a show, you have a little bit of respect for the host and the show. I just picked a spot on my face and it's bleeding and... yeah.
The man who lives upstairs. But I don't count sheep. For nothing, I can't repeat. No, for nothing, no, we're not paranoid.
So it's this embarrassing thing where I know I've got blood on my face, or at least I've had blood on my face, but is it still there? I don't want Eloise to see me with a bloody face. That's the last thing I want, literally. The last thing I want. So I'm kind of surreptitiously licking my finger and rubbing my face and hoping that the blood goes.
That's worse, the spit.
Well, but I'd rather have spit on me than blood.
Well, spit smells when it's dry.
Well, blood just looks horrible. It looked like I've been injecting into below my ear.
I know that you haven't. I know you've just been spot picking.
Okay. Paul's in Enfield. Hello, Paul.
Hey, Ian, how you doing, man?
I've got a bit of a cough, so excuse me. But apart from that, I'm great.
Yeah, good lad. Right, I'm probably not going to stay on the air very long because you'll probably throw me off.
No, never, sir, never. Everyone is welcome here.
I'm here to defend Mr. Boyd. Because you're saying, I thought you were bloody rude to him.
Go on.
Well, I mean, apart from introducing yourself, you sort of made out he's been a has-been. You've not been on national radio for 10 years.
I was just curious as to why. I think it's interesting that he says it's through choice.
You must be in your 60s by now.
Well, he is.
Of course the guy was on the defence.
But it was... All I said was facts. I was genuinely curious as to why he's not been on the radio, or why he thinks he's not been on national radio for 10 years. And because he says it's through choice, I have spoken to someone who works at a national radio station, and that person has told me that Tommy Boyd has made himself unemployable because of his attitude, which I think was displayed this evening. Paul, listen, I'm a huge Tommy Boyd fan. I could not be more disappointed with how tonight went.
I thought it was sounding all right, but he said he's in his 60s. He's not been on national radio for 10 years. I'm sitting here on national radio just now.
Well, it's true.
Staring at the guy.
It's
and
true.
I thought, that's a bit rude. It was after that point when you said that to him that the conversation went downhill.
It was kind of from pretty much when we managed to get a clear line. It was kind of... He had, there was an... And I don't want to be rude about him because he's not here to defend himself. It's not fair. But there was an arrogance about him, Paul. You've got to admit that.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I've listened to the guy for years and years and years.
And he used to be great.
I know about you because when he done the shows and Play Radio, which you slagged off as well, but I actually thought they were damn good because there's no other broadcaster, because when they started up, nobody was listening.
Paul?
I defied you to sit in a studio for 3 hours with no phone calls.
Well, I did do 3 shows on Play Radio, Paul, so I've done that. And also, I didn't slag off his shows. If you listen, I slagged off the fact that it was a failure. I didn't slag off his shows, although it was a man past his peak, definitely.
You think so?
Yeah, oh, definitely. Treading over old ground.
I would say Tommy Boyd is one of the greatest broadcasters this country's had to boot now, and you've got the likes of Tommy Boyd, you've got James Whale, you've got Mike Mendoza, you've got
jeez,
Duncan Barks.
Oh God, let's pick some more people out from the graveyard, shall we? Flipping heck,
come
Paul.
On, man. Jesus, do you know the thing? Here's the thing about it, Ian.
What?
There's nobody to replace them.
There's
nobody out there to replace them.
Well, Paul,
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think you're talking to? I'm the new Mike Mendoza.
Can I make? Okay, this is the thing, Ian. I don't know you, so this is totally unbiased.
Okay, fella.
Right? I've heard a couple of the shows you've done on Play Radio.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I haven't heard you. Now, the only reason you're on tonight is because Tommy's got an online blog.
Okay.
And I get an email to say he was coming on the show tonight.
Okay.
So I'll listen. Right.
I've seen his blog, and I think he's followed by about 200 people on Twitter.
I have no idea.
I'm followed by 27,000. But go on, carry on.
Oh, right, okay, fair enough. See, there you're doing it again.
I'm just pointing out facts. That's all I'm doing, Paul, is stating facts.
Okay, that's fine, but you didn't have to point out the facts, but you did.
You didn't have to mention that Tommy had an online blog, but you did, so I just thought I would bring it into context.
Only in the context that I would tell you how I know he was on the show tonight.
Okay, and only in the context that I've got about literally 100 times more followers than he has. But yes, okay, go on.
Yeah, okay, I'm impressed. Right, so the guy's been... I've lost my place now. Keep it right here, Ian.
Paul, lovely to talk to you, mate. Let's go to Artemis. Hello, Artemis.
Hello, Ian.
What can I do for you, sir?
Well, I've got to say, Ian, I'm not a fan of yours.
Okay.
I'd like to be. I just can't see any reason to be. But I've got to say, I am a fan of Tommy's.
You'd like to be, but you can't see any reason to be. So you've gone straight in with an insult. Okay, but I'll keep an open mind. Carry on.
I'm trying to be factual. I'm being realistic.
Factuous. You're being factuous.
There's no persuasive reason to be a.
Apart from the fact that this is the best phone-in show on the radio at the moment. Okay.
Well, at the moment, yes, but what does that say about the state of phone and radio? I mean,
phone and radio is in a terrible state, I know, but this is still an excellent show.
Precisely. It's going downhill, and thank you for contributing to that. But if you remember when...
Artemis, no, yellow card. I'm not going to allow you to kick me in the shins and then run away like that. If you want to do this, we're in no rush.
I'm not running away, Ian.
Well, you are. What you do is you kind of lower your voice and you go in with a very quick insult, and then you go on to the point you were making, hoping that I won't stop you to pick up on the insult. Now, come on. We can do this like gentlemen, Artemis.
I'm sorry. I'm too familiar with your career.
And there you go with another little dig.
Okay.
Artemis. Okay. Listen, there are rules to this, okay? I know nothing about you, apart from the fact you've called in with a made-up name, okay? Which is fair enough if you want to hide...
My name is Artemis. I was born Artemis.
Okay, well, then I feel very sorry for you. But the thing is, don't come in with these cheap little digs, Artemis. Make your point, but stop having the digs about... You say the career, okay? I'm far more successful than you, okay? Far more successful. So don't have a little dig at my career...
What do I do then?
Artemis,
what do I do for a living?
How much money did you earn last year?
What do I do for a living?
I have no idea. How much money did you earn last year?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you. It was a question.
Why do you need to ask me? You presumed you know that you're.
No, we're going to compare incomes.
Well, you can compare income. You should know how much I earn.
Why? I have no idea who you are.
Well, in that case, why did you say you're so much more?
Because I just know. I know. Go on, tell me how much you earn.
Listen, you're trying to draw me into...
It's a very simple question. You want an obvious comparison that someone like yourself would understand is a financial one. It's not necessarily the best way to judge success in life, but you've spoken specifically... You've spoken specifically... No, I'm making a very valid point. You've spoken specifically about careers. You have spoken specifically about careers. So, the obvious way to compare success in careers is financial.
I'm not to talk about my career.
How much money did you earn last year before tax?
I phoned up to compare.
How much money? No, but you're having digs at me about my career.
Hang on a minute.
It's fair enough that we discuss yours. How much money did you earn last year before tax, roughly? To the nearest 50,000.
You brought on Tommy Boyd as a guest.
You're not going to answer that question. That's a shame. In that case, that doesn't give you the right, sir, to make these little digs about my career being a failure. You've not said that specifically. That's the implication.
I have not said that your career is a failure.
I know. I just said that, Artemis, if you were listening. That's the implication.
I've not implied that.
Yes, you have, I'm afraid.
You've run away with that. You're afraid that that's what I'm going to say.
No, that's the implication that you have made.
You're shouting over me because you hope that I won't say that, and you're going to distract away by
carry on, Artemis. I'm just saying, please carry on, but that's the implication. If that wasn't what you were intending, then you need to be a little bit more clearer, sir.
Nobody thinks that's an implication that I was making, apart from you, and that's because you're obsessed with the fear that someone might draw attention to the fact that you may be a little bit less successful than the person you just had on your show, and that's the truth. That's what everybody listening agrees with me.
But Eloise, do you agree with Artemis? You're one person listening. Do you agree with Artemis?
Yeah.
Okay, no, fair play, Artemis. That's it. That's a straw poll was taken, and you're right. Everyone agrees with you. Okay.
All right. Now, can I go on to make the point that I phoned up to make?
Please do.
Okay. All right. So let's compare careers. You had Tommy Boyd on the show, and you treated him very disrespectfully. He's an elderly man. I'm sure he's drawing a pension.
Okay, here we go. This is a comedy rant. Okay, you do your comedy rant now. So I didn't realise it was a joke, Artemis. You carry on, fella.
No, as I say, I'm familiar with your career. I would understand that you wouldn't recognise when somebody's making a joke.
Okay. But then let's do your little piece, because it sounds like it'll be very funny. Away you go, fella. I'm going to check my emails. Go on.
No, you see, you're trying to... This is the sort of thing that Boyd would do, and this is kind of the point that I'm making, is that you would bring a person on whose grave you have delightfully danced upon for the majority of your radio career, with little challenge, and then you get the guy on as if to rub dirt in his face.
And this is in his dead face, is it? Because I've dug him up from a grave, have I? Okay, carry on.
I'm talking in terms of his career. We both know he's not been in radio for some time.
10 years, not
radio.
national radio. Yeah, not been on national.
Not national radio. And so you bring him on, you rub dirt in his face in front of everybody, whilst ripping off his best ideas, and you think you can get away unchallenged. Well, Iain Lee, I'm afraid to say, if you look at the peaks of Boyd's career and the peaks of your own career, you're not much cop yourself, are you? You've had a TV show. You haven't had your own TV show. The success of your career peaked as a contribution to somebody else's idea, somebody else's TV show, a guest on which has gone on to achieve far more success than you.
Oh, no,
have.
everybody's more successful on the 11 o'clock show. Even Hal Cruttenden, of all people.
Well, exactly.
Alex Lowe, Paul Garner, Ricky, Sasha, Mackenzie,
the low contribution
Daisy.
that Ricky, exactly. And look at you. What are you doing? Absolute Radio. Well, listen, I'm sure Absolute Radio is great. I'm sure you're earning a great wage.
I'm earning a lot of money, Artemis, and I'm very, very happy. Do you know what? It's interesting you mentioned this. For a long time, I was very, very bitter and very jealous at the perceived success.
But, you still are.
No, can I finish a point, Artemis? You've ranted for a few minutes. I'm going to step in now, if you don't mind. I was very, very bitter and very jealous at the success, particularly of Sasha and Ricky. A little bit of Mackenzie, which was weird because he's one of my best friends. Not so much of Daisy and a few of the others. And then I stopped drinking, I stopped taking drugs, and I started working on my spiritual connection with a higher power. And it took a long time, but I then realised that actually those things aren't that important. And what is important is, yes, I do earn a lot of money, more than you think, by quite a considerable amount. I've got a fantastic wife. I've got a beautiful son. I've got a mother who's not very well, but I love with all of my heart and would do anything to try and make her life a little bit more bearable. I've got quite a nice house. I'm sorted, mate.
See, you remind me.
I am sorted. I'm sorted.
You remind me of the kind of person.
And the problem that you have with that, Artemis, the problem you have with that, Artemis, is you can't accept that I can be happy with those things and feel contented and feel satisfied.
But
and I am.
I don't think you are satisfied.
I know you don't, but I am.
No, you're not. You're not.
But
you're not.
I am.
Clearly, you're not.
You're telling me that I'm not satisfied with my beautiful son.
I'm telling you that
who learned today. My son learned today to say, "I love you, Daddy." Man alive, I had tears streaming down my little boy. He's not even 18 months yet. He said, "I love you, Daddy." Jesus, I was in tears, man. I was in tears.
Do you think this is going to persuade anybody?
I don't care, Artemis. I literally could not care less what you think.
You do care. That's why you're trying to convince everybody.
No, I'm not trying to convince anybody.
Platform of a national radio.
I'm not trying to convince anybody. I'm literally not trying to convince anybody, Artemis. I had tears streaming down my face when I picked my boy up from nursery and he said, "I love you, Daddy." It's moments like that. It's moments like that where I can for a second believe there is a God, because it was beautiful. Well, Artemis, listen, thanks for calling.
Well, I wish I could say...
There we go. Seriously, man, I had tears down my face. My little boy. I love you, Daddy. Oh, God! It was the most... As I'm getting older, I'm starting to think, well, you know what, maybe there is a God. There was a connection between me and him and the whole universe, right? And for just that second, everything was great. Everything in the world was in alignment. Now, if you've got kids, right, and I'm guessing Artemis doesn't, and I did cut him off because I'm late for the adverts, and let's be honest, he was quite rude, and I gave him a good run for his money. If you've got kids, right, if you haven't got kids, what I've just said won't mean anything to you. If you've got kids, it's good, isn't it? It's the best thing in the world. I don't care about movies. Hey, listen, I'd love to go and make a movie. Of course I'd love to make a movie. I'd love to have £1 million. I earn, I do all right, kids. And I'm doing this, and, I'm happy. Seriously, don't worry about me. I'm fine.
Absolute Radio.
Well, there we go. We're having fun tonight, aren't we? You're right in there, Eloise. You've keeping quiet tonight.
I haven't had a chance to talk.
It was supposed to be a little trip down memory lane. Get one of my heroes on. We'll have a chat. It'll all be a bit of fun. We'll talk about influences. We'll become friends. We'll meet up and have a cup of tea together. And now it's weird, okay? Because when the interview ended, there was a lot of people on Facebook and emails going, "Oh, he was an idiot. Why was he being such an idiot?" But now, ever so slowly, it's turning around. Was Artemis real? He must have been. I couldn't work him out. I earn way much more than he does.
I don't know.
I earn way much more than he does. You'd be surprised. And listen, you should never really brag on about money, but when someone says, "Oh, your career's a failure," really? Really? We got Jim, we got Dec, we got Claudia. First of all, we've got Verinda. Yes, Verinda.
You missed out a bit there.
Sorry?
Okay, forget it.
What did I miss out on? Okay, here she is. It's Verinda.
No, you was about to say something, and then I don't know, a big chunk of your sentence missed. I didn't hear anything.
Well, what did you hear? And I'll fill in the blank for you.
You shouldn't brag about money, and then suddenly it's Verinda.
Oh yeah, because you shouldn't brag about money, but I earn £1 million a year, is what I said.
Oh, okay. But how do you know that a guy might earn more than you, though?
He might do. I'd be very surprised, Vinny.
All right, okay.
How much do you earn a year?
About, I don't know.
20 quid?
No.
Yeah.
About,
That's like, you suck the life out of a room, don't you? Huh?
About 400 a month. So,
wow, that much! So that's about 4,800 a year. Fantastic, Vinny. Wow. Yeah. And is that before tax?
I doubt that will be taxed.
Oh, it's the old C&H, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, naughty. We don't condone it, but it happens.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Yes, Vinny, yes. Let's hear what gold you've got for us this evening, shall we?
Yes. First of all, what's been going on for the last hour? It's suddenly gone all angry.
We had Tommy Boyd on, and it was a little bit uncomfortable.
And then you had two callers trying to...
Yeah, we don't need to do a recap of what happened in the last hour. Either people heard it, or they can get the podcast.
And
so
then suddenly it become incredibly mushy. When you say, about your son, he said, "I love you," and he started crying.
I did cry.
What the hell was that all about?
Vinny, it's called having feelings, having emotion. Listen, one day, madam, when you give birth to a child, you will look in that child's eyes and your whole world, I apologise if you're infertile, but your whole world will change. Your whole focus on what is important changes.
You wait a while.
When he's 13, I'll want to kick him out. Yeah,
this is what's going to happen.
Let me enjoy the next 12 years. All right.
Dad, can I have £5? And you say no.
Okay. Do you want to pretend to be my son?
Yeah.
Okay. Eloise, do you want to pretend to be Vinny's mum?
All right.
Okay. What should we call our son, Eloise?
Jacob.
All right, Jacob.
Yeah. What?
Have you done your homework?
No.
Why not?
Hang on.
Don't feel like it.
Yes, Mum. Wife. Yes, Eloise, my love.
What time of day is it?
Oh, it's 10 past midnight.
Why aren't you in bed, Jacob?
Oh, Jacob!
Yeah, I wanted to watch Geordie Shore.
I put you to bed at 7 o'clock with your hot cocoa and your storybook of the Three Little Pigs.
I've often thought this, Eloise, though. He is 14 years old, and maybe we should let him stay up a little bit later.
Not until he behaves like a 14-year-old.
Good point. Take your hands out your trousers. Stop playing with it, otherwise it'll fall off. Oh, my God,
I'm not doing nothing.
I'm
not doing nothing. What's your problem?
Don't grab my boob. You can't have some milk now.
Sorry about that, Eloise. I was just thirsty.
Who were you talking to?
I was talking to Eloise. That's why I prefaced the sentence with the word Eloise.
Yeah, all right then. Dad,
Yes, Jacob.
can I borrow the car in the morning?
What for?
I want to show it to my friends.
But you're 14 years old.
Yeah.
Come here,
but,
come here, come here, Jacob. Come and stand in front of me. Stand in front of me.
Yeah.
Have that.
Yeah.
And that. And that.
Yeah, I'm going to phone Childline in the morning.
Yeah, you've got to get out of those handcuffs I put on you first.
Yeah. Wait a while, and then in about 10 years' time, I'm going to go to... I'm going to write a letter to Deirdre.
Yeah, well, you can do that because, as you know, I'm suffering from a very rare fatal disease that means I won't be here in 10 years' time. So, you know, eat up yours.
Yeah, and the will best, the money come to me.
No, because you've been written out of the will and it all goes to your mum. Eloise, Mummy Eloise.
Yeah, I'm going to kill her, and then it's going to...
And this is... Hang on, let me just time out everyone for a second. So is this what's going to happen when Astro Boy's like 13, 14 years old?
Yeah.
Blimey, it don't sound good, does it? I'm going to have a disease and he's going to try and kill Fandango. Well, Vinny, you've certainly highlighted what I've got to look forward to. Thanks very much for your help.
Yeah, anyway, yeah.
Oh, there's more. There's me finishing up and you've got a load more guff to talk. OK.
I've been trying to be nice to you
Yeah.
for the last couple of days.
Yeah. Why, what do you want?
Well, yeah, and all I've got is abuse.
Yeah.
So,
Do you know,
are you going to...
do you know why?
No.
Because you're an idiot. Let's go to Claudia.
Hi, Ian.
Hey, Claudia.
Hello.
Who? Now, hang on a minute. I can't remember your... What's Eloise? What's Claudia's full title? I can't read it all.
Snogged a tiny bloke.
Oh, that's you! You're the assertiveness. Assertiveness,
Yeah,
Claudia.
yeah.
You snogged a tiny bloke. It didn't work out. But then there was a guy you got off with in a lift or something, was there?
No, it wasn't in a lift.
I thought you had sex in a lift with 3 guys and one of them you really fancied.
No, well, not recently.
Okay.
Anyway, listen, Ian, I'm calling because I'm still really angry about the whole Tommy Boyd thing, and I'm kind of annoyed. I know you're over it, but I'm not over it. I was really cross. Why is Artemis calling up and being a dick? And,
Artemis was
why
very
are all these
particularly rude,
people-
wasn't he?
But why are all these people, sorry, I can hardly get my words out.
Calm down,
I'm so
Claudia.
angry.
Assertiveness training. Think of the midget. Think of the midget. Think of the
I was
midget.
just so cross. It's like you're really successful. You're amazing. You're my favourite DJ. You have got a really successful show. Eloise is amazing. The whole format is brilliant. Like, I listen to you every night, and I have done for a long time. Why are all these people calling up and having a go at you?
The
Just
thing
because,
is, people
I'm
always
so
compare.
cross.
People always compare my career to that of Ricky Gervais and Sasha, right? Because we were on the same show together. But that's a nonsense.
That was ages ago.
That was ages ago, and they've had phenomenal careers. Phenomenal careers.
Successful as well.
I'm all right. I'm not really successful, but I'm all right. I can pay the bills, and I'm in a good position. That'll do. That'll do me.
I know. I was really getting ready because I love you guys so much. I listen to you every night, and why are they?
Yeah, can I just say?
sorry.
Can I just say one thing? Ian doesn't have a really successful show. He's done.
Like hundreds of thousands of people listen.
Well,
But even he's with me. It's okay. It's nothing special. I mean,
no,
it
that's
pays.
not true, Vinny.
Yeah,
Ian,
okay.
I'm totally on your. I'm like such a fan. I just got really. cross
Claudia,
that
are you
everyone was
drunk?
having a go at you. No, I'm not. That's how angry I am.
Wow.
Anyway, all right, I'll calm down. Sorry.
Thank you.
I just wanted you to know that I still love you.
Claudia, I'll always love you, despite what happened in the lift with those 3 guys.
No, I have never been in a lift with 3 guys.
Good girl. 0330 123 1215. We were going to talk about burlesque. Maybe we'll carry that over to tomorrow's show, because it appears a lot of you want to judge my career. I have no idea why.
I'm staying out for the summer, playing games in the rain.
Fire kills. You can prevent it.
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Jim's in London. Hello, Jim. Jim?
Hello?
Hello, Jim. You're on the air.
Yeah. Hello, Ian.
Hello, Jim. Hello.
Yeah, your show's starting to sound a little bit like Question Time, to be honest. I thought I'd change things up a little bit.
Please do.
I've got a few questions for you.
Go on.
Firstly, would you rather chew a piece of toenail from an 80-year-old man, or lick the floor after a dog poo has been scraped from it?
Oh, the toenail, easily, yes.
Okay. And secondly,
When is this? You're not allowed to do what you're doing there, Jim. Come on, fair play. And I was in my higher register, but good effort. Never spring it on me. Just do it. Just say you want to do it, and we'll do it. But you can't.
Well, yeah, but I was actually going for longer than you, and I still beat you. So.
Well, that's not true. Jim. If you want to do one now, we'll do one properly.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Eloise, can you count us in on the party? So it's 3, 2, 1, go, and then we do it. Okay?
I know how it goes.
I'm just reminding this idiot here. Right, I'm going to stand up. You ready, Jim? Jim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Well, someone might have beat you at your own game.
And you dropped out about 15 seconds before, Jim, but I let you carry on with your cheating. You can't do a Brucey bonus on it. I still kicked your ass, Jim. Good effort, fella. Good effort. Well done.
Frankie Cabela.
Okay. Deck.
What a show!
What a show!
It's the best one I've heard in a long time.
It's been it's had its moments, hasn't it? This evening's been fiery. Fiery is the
Definitely
phrase.
had its moments.
It's going to be a bit of fun, and it's all going to be a bit dark and a bit tense. Never mind. Tomorrow's show's going to be a lot of fun.
Aye. Oh, you were saying earlier in the week about you cutting down on Facebook and Twitter.
Yes.
And,
yes.
Well, I've gone the whole cold turkey, and I haven't got internet at all.
Right.
And it's both blissful and horribly annoying at the same time.
When did you make this decision, and why did you make this decision?
Well, it's me mainly being lazy.
Yeah.
I've moved into a new flat, and I haven't set up an internet connection, so it's going to be about 2 weeks till I get the internet.
Yeah.
But it means that I'm reading a lot of stuff. I got Axe Cop before I got 'em.
Ooh, it's good, isn't it?
Oh, the bit where they question Malachi.
Yeah.
It just has you in tears.
If you don't know what Axe Cop is, kids, go on Amazon, treat yourself to the book, and just have a wonderful afternoon reading it. What a joy.
Absolutely amazing.
What a joy. But so you are going to get the internet?
Eventually, but it has shown me, like, going to bed ridiculously late. I'm no longer doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm getting up early, and I'm being more productive.
You're not masturbating until sand comes out of the end of your penis.
You see,
yeah.
You see, stop that. But the thing is, then, you suddenly turn around and you go, well, where's the nearest shop?
Yeah.
Oh, well, no internet.
Yeah.
No internet.
But we don't need it. I wish. Listen, if I didn't need the internet for work, and I do need it for work in terms of emails and in terms of when I'm writing stuff, I need it for research and all this kind of stuff. I would love to be able to not. I'm going away for a week at the end of July, and I've made sure that we are going somewhere that doesn't have internet or Wi-Fi. I'm taking my laptop.
Everything.
Yeah, I'm taking my laptop because I want to do a bit of writing. But I've made sure there's no internet, there's no Wi-Fi, because I just want to have a week of, and of course we'll wander around, and we're staying in this country, so I'll get something on my phone every now and then. But I wish I could live without it. I really do.
Fair enough. Right then.
Is that it?
Well, other than up yours, Tommy Boyle, because I've never really heard him. No. I'm a bit too young for it.
Yeah, he's go and download some of his shows. Some of his shows are all right. Deck, thank you. Aidan. Yes, Aidan.
Basically, I want to know your opinion on the news of the world and also the increase for student loans.
Wow, those are two topics, aren't they?
They are indeed.
Why are you asking?
Well, because you seem to be a person of opinion, and I've heard a bit of your debate tonight.
Yeah.
There's a load of us all working out in Twickenham tonight, late night, and all the lads want to know what your opinion is, as it's
Really?
A major topic.
I'm scared that if I give the wrong opinion, the lads might come and beat the crap out of me.
Well, you might say we beat the crap out of you, but at the end of the day, what's your opinion on news of the world?
Well, but if I give the wrong opinion, are you going to beat me up?
Well, let's see.
Well, whoa, before I give my opinion, I want to know whether I'm going to get beaten up if I give the wrong opinion.
Well, let's just say our opinion is people's lives are private lives.
Yeah.
And people should not... People should not turn around and actually delve into people's lives.
Yeah. I agree with that. It looks like I've just talked my way out of a kick-in. That's not bad, is it? Yeah, I agree with that, of course.
You talked your way out of a kicking.
Of course. Listen, the thing is, we have to tread ever so slightly carefully because there are allegations, and no one knows exactly which of these allegations are true or not. If even half of what has been said in the last 2 days is true, then they are scum. And I don't normally get... I have truck with the news of the world anyway for something they did to someone very, very close to me once, in that they manipulated a situation... and I'm treading very carefully again for legal reasons, but they did something very unpleasant. So I've, since that happened a couple of years ago, I've stopped buying it. But if even a quarter of what has come out in the last 2 days is true, then they are scum.
Okay.
And the student loans, I don't. I got a full grant when I went to college. Everything was paid for. So yeah, the Lib Dems have stitched us up.
This is the thing with student loans. You've got people coming from backgrounds that cannot afford.
Yeah, but they're being priced out of further education, of course. And
Exactly.
It's wrong. And the Lib Dems lied to us and stitched us up.
They're turning around trying to get people into education, and they're trying to get people into work. I struggle to get into work as it is.
Yeah, a bit lazy.
Luckily, I've
I'm
got
joking.
someone that would take me on
Yes.
for the qualifications I've got. People turn around and say, you can go to uni, you can go to college,
Yes.
you can go and get a degree,
Yes.
but
Why are we talking about this? Yes.
still doesn't guarantee you a job.
You know you've called Absolute Radio and not Talk Sport, don't you, Aidan?
Yes, I do
Good lad,
indeed.
good lad, thank
I do
you.
indeed.
Oh, okay.
I just heard your debate. We love your music. I just wanted to know what your opinion was.
Well, Aidan, I love you, and I'm glad I didn't get a kick in. Music's been pretty good tonight, isn't it, as well? Gina, come to you after Jam. The Jam. Jam, the Jam, Jam, the Jam, Jam.
It's not important for you to know my name, nor I to know yours. If we communicate for 2 minutes, here's what you get.
I tell you what, we'll speak to Gina, and then for the rest of the show, we'll take calls straight to air. How's about them odds? Kids, you like the sound of that? Let's go to Bermondsey now and say, hello, Gina.
Hiya.
Hiya, Gina. Hiya.
Hiya, how are you?
I'm just realising that I completely forgot to brush my teeth today.
Okay.
So I've got that horrible, scummy, kind of furry feeling on my teeth, and I'm a bit embarrassed.
Oh, I don't mean to embarrass you. And I think, I wondered what it was earlier. We can smell it all the way over in Bermondsey.
Probably. What it is, my little boy likes to play with my electric toothbrush, and he's worn the battery out, and then I've just forgot about it all day because I was so busy with him, and I didn't brush my teeth.
That's fine. So, first of all...
Yes, Gina.
Yeah, why would anyone ring any time of day or night and say, what would you choose between biting an 80-year-old man's toenails off? Yeah, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how old they are. You would never bite anyone's toenails off.
Well, if you had a choice... OK, Gina, you've got a choice of chewing an 80-year-old man's toenails or licking a floor where a dog has just done a poo-poo on it. But the poo-poo's been picked up. But not necessarily... The floor's not necessarily been cleaned. You've got to go for the toenail, haven't you, Gina?
No, but you just wouldn't make that...
Supposing you had to.
Who's big enough to make you make that choice?
OK, supposing
Anyway,
you...
No.
I want an answer. Supposing your family are tied up in front of you and there is a gunman pointing a shotgun at them. You've got to do one of those things. Which one are you going to do?
You don't know my family.
Which one?
No, not really.
Oh, my God. Which one?
No.
Which one? Which one? Come on.
Oh, which one? Well, yeah... He didn't say nothing about washing his feet first, though, did
No, he didn't. He didn't. He's got really
There you
dirty,
go.
manky feet.
Anyway, you're getting off the point.
Gina, which one?
Oh, well, I'd have to choose A,
Thank you very much. OK, let's get back to the point.
and that's without a drink.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's what you
I
said.
actually phoned up. I think someone phoned you earlier. I think
Yes.
it was called Otis or something.
Artemis.
And he was saying, like you weren't happy with your life. I mean, I phoned you up a couple of times and had a crack with you and had a laugh and that.
Well, we had fun, didn't we?
Yeah, and he phoned you and he was like, you're not happy with your life. And you opened up your heart. You was like, you know, your mum's not very well and that. You love her to bits. And you used to do drugs and drink and that, and you've turned your life around. You've turned your life around, and now you're happy. And you told him you're happy. You admitted it. You said
And he
you
didn't
were
believe
jealous
it.
of a couple of people. And he was going, well, I don't believe you. I said, well, how can you not be happy if you used to be
a mess
on drugs, and now you're not?
Oh, let's play that down a bit. But yes, yes. If things were a little bit messy, and
Do you know what
things
I
are a
mean?
million
That's
times better. Yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously you have. I mean, I had a friend, like, you know, we all paired off as kids sort of thing, and that, and she never paired off with anyone. And, she went, met in a new crowd, and she went on the drugs, and then she became a prostitute,
Right, well,
you know.
yeah, okay.
And then she turned her life around,
Yeah.
and she became very happy.
I'm
you know?
still working the streets, and but I get a bit of a kick out of it. So
Oh, I was going to say, you work in the streets, you're not earning much then.
no, not a lot. I do some of them for free, Gina. To be honest, it's just the thrill.
Really?
Just the thrill.
£2.25?
Yeah,
Who give you the 25p?
Yeah, well, it was the sailor
All
down
of
the
them.
road. Yeah, thank you, Gina. Okay, we get etc. 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 Line 1, you're on the wireless. Nope, you're too slow. Let's go to line 3. You're on the wireless.
Hello?
Oh, yes, hello, line 3.
Oh, hello.
Yes, that's you.
Oh,
you're
my
in the-
God.
Yes, it's you. You're in the air. Oh, my God. Yes, sir.
No,
What
I'm
can we
not.
do
Did I
for you?
miss it? Oh, my God. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I just had to reply to your idiot people
Yes.
ringing.
Turn your radio off, sir.
Oh. What, you mean like TV?
Yeah, turn that off, because otherwise
Oh, I
there's a
just did that.
7-second delay and it'll confuse your brain.
It will confuse me very much. I'm easily confused.
Okay, bless you.
Oh, thank you.
What's your
Didn't
name?
sneeze. Amanda.
Amanda?
Yeah.
That's an odd name for a bloke.
My real name.
Okay, well, carry on, Amanda.
Oh, I was just going to say, apropos of probably nothing, but please, anyone who didn't think that certain newspapers are certain names that we're not allowed to call people on primetime TV is an idiot.
Yeah.
And anyone who hasn't read Private Eye, basically, for the last 6 months should have known it.
Yeah.
Anyway. And much as I hate Margaret Thatcher, I do think that there does come a point where you do not give fascists the oxygen of publicity.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know none of that makes sense.
Not really, but you're saying it with passion, and that's almost more important than sense.
Fascist. I used the word fascist.
Yes, you did.
I did.
I
Not
heard.
fashion.
No, I heard the word
Oh,
fascist.
sorry, I misheard you.
Yes. No, okay.
That's okay, go on, you sound cute.
Thank you, Amanda. You sound.
You're all right.
Yeah.
Annoying?
No.
Annoying is what most people call me.
No, not annoying. Mental.
Yeah, that's the other one.
Yeah. Whereabouts are you, Amanda?
Oh, Finchley at the moment.
Finchley. I live in Muswell Hill. I could pop in for a cup of tea.
Please don't.
What? Oh, really? Why? I am cute. I'm cute.
I have 2 large dogs.
Uh-oh. My
who
cat,
I do love more.
My cat will never go near me if I go home smelling
Oh,
of dog.
they're great with cats. It's okay. I have a friend with 18. They're very scared of cats.
Okay.
We'll be fine.
But if I go home smelling of dog, then the cat won't go anywhere near me, and that's not fair on them.
No, please, why? It's a stupid cat.
Why are you listening to us, Amanda? If you don't mind me asking? At this time of night?
Because the TV got boring.
Yeah.
There is no more Ideal, and Psychoville and League of Gentlemen has ended.
I watched Ideal for the first time the other day. I wasn't very impressed
Oh,
with
did
it.
you? Did you like it?
I
Because
didn't-
I love that programme. It's on its 6th series. How have you missed so many?
I know. I read an article about it saying it was its 6th series, and I watched it. I didn't really like it, and I like Johnny Vegas.
Ah,
and I
you
like
have
Jenny
to watch from the beginning.
I like
Go
Jenny
on
Garofalo.
NSN.
Okay. I probably won't.
And they do it from the beginning.
I'm kind of giving up on watching long-running series now. I just haven't got the patience for
I do
them.
know how you feel.
I haven't got the patience. Yeah.
It's good. Someone asked me today whether I'd watch Luther.
Yeah.
That's a bit too long-running for me.
And also,
It's 6 episodes, like I could be.
BBC drama isn't
bothered.
very good either, is it? It's not as
Very
good as BBC dramas aren't very good compared to the Americans. The Americans do it better.
I don't know. Oh, I hate to say it, but I do prefer a good ITV these days.
Wow. What, like Rosemary in Time?
Oh, God, that's so... Look,
You're getting
I
old.
rang you up to have an intelligent conversation about whether or not we should be putting up with phone hacking.
And now we're talking
and
about
I end
Rosemary in
up
Time.
in some kind of mad conversation on whether or not you and I should...
Make love.
Watch TV together.
Watch TV and make love.
I was thinking, watch TV together. You probably turn it into a...
Let's watch TV
harassment
and
case.
make love. Amanda, with the dogs licking
You
my
can't
buttocks.
do both.
You
Not in
can.
this producer program.
If you watch something mucky, the dogs can lick my buttocks. We can make this work, Amanda. I want to make love to you with a dog watching.
We could, at this moment. This sounds like the most sensible proposition I've heard.
Amanda, I'll be over there in 45 minutes. What a delightfully potty lady she was. We'll take calls for the rest of the show straight to air before Mark Crosby comes on at 1 o'clock.
Come on now.
Eloise has just reminded me, we forgot to give away... We've got loads of Roger Daltrey tickets. We'll do it tomorrow. Remind me, we've got 8 pairs to give away tomorrow, OK?
Well, my heart knows it better than I know myself, so I'm gonna let it do all it want for me. Big black holes and a cherry tree. I can't quite get that 'cause my heart forsaken me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Big black holes and a cherry tree. I can't quite get that 'cause my heart forsaken me.
Big yawn. Tired. I'm going to enjoy a sleep tonight, I tell you that. I'm recording a panel show tomorrow for Radio 2, and I'm not very good at panel shows. I find it hard to kind of... here, I'm the king of the domain. But on panel shows, I struggle, so I'm nervous about that. So I'll have a good night's sleep. We'll take some calls straight to air, the last 15 minutes of the show, before Mark Crosby comes on at 1. 0330 123 1215. We'll give away those Roger Daltrey tickets tomorrow, so make sure you listen. Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello, line 2.
Yeah, it's amazing how many haters you have, isn't it? I just find it amazing, really.
You get used to it.
I mean, you're such a nice guy. I mean, like, you're relatively famous, you know. And it's just, I mean, to all those haters who, like, hate you and stuff, I don't see why they just hate you, because what you've done to Absolute Radio and, you know, other stations is brilliant.
Well, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Let's go to line 1. 1, you're on the wireless.
Ring it.
Hello, that's you.
Yeah, I'm Ricardo.
Hello, Ricardo.
Hello. Artist is a Wankson.
Okay, hear what you said, so that's fine. I didn't hear what he said. I think I dumped it. I didn't hear what he said, so... Let's try... get the podcast if you want to have a listen, see if you can translate it for me. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Ian, you're right, mate.
I'm right.
Ian, right, I heard a call about half an hour ago where this guy was being rude to you.
Okay.
And it was the most elegantly you ever spoken, so I was proud of you. I just wanted to ring up and say, well done, good on you.
Thank
You're
you,
the
brother.
winner.
Thank you, man. Very kind.
Yeah, good on you. Good night, mate.
Thank you very much. Here we go. If you want to hear what that chap... you just tuned in. What should have been a roller coaster ride of laughs and fun has been quite an uncomfortable evening. I would recommend you get the podcast. And also, you'll hear what I just dumped there, and you can try and translate for me. 3, you're on the wireless.
Can I just say, being called delightfully potty is the nicest thing anyone has said to me for years.
Are your dogs in the room with you now?
Well, yeah. It's a basset hound and a rather large lurcher.
Fantastic. I'll be round in 25 minutes.
Oh, well, look, I'm not hard to miss.
There we go. Let's go to line 4. You're on the wireless. Thank you, mate. That was good. You can call again. That was nice. Let's go to line 1. 1, you're on the wireless.
Hey, I would just like to say that Artemis is a fucking dick fuck cunt.
Okay, there we go. Thank you very much. We did dump that. If any of that got out, I suspect that a little bit of that may have got out. Do you want to put a warning by that number, Eloise? 07714. If any of that got out, and I suspect a little tiny bit of a swear may have got out there, you have our sincerest apologies for any offence that may have been caused. We have a dump button, we have a delay, but I suspect he may have got a syllable out after. Can you let me know on Facebook if you heard that? If you want to hear what he said, download the podcast. I would warn you against phoning up and swearing, and I'll tell you why. We do have a 7-second delay, so I hear what you say before it goes on the radio, and I have a dump button. So you say it, I dump it, no one hears it apart from us. So, okay. No, he didn't go out. There we go. Fine, fantastic. And yes, that is the ukulele book. Get it and amaze your friends. It's fun tonight, isn't it? Let's try this one. Line 3, you're on the wireless. Hello? Yes? Uh-huh. And one more for luck? Thank you very much. The guy who just phoned up and swore, we can see you phoning up again. So, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'll have a little word with him off there. Hang on, just bear with me 1 second. I scared the bejesus out of him. Let's go to line 1. 1, you're on the wireless. Is that Jurassic Park? Was that Jurassic Park? I've never seen the film, but let's go to... I'll get rid of that. It's like a good human zoo tonight. I hope Tommy's still listening, so he might learn a thing or two. Line 3, you're on the wireless. Nope, you're too slow. Let's go to... line... Why are they calling in again? Let's go to line 2. 2, you're on the wireless.
You love Mike Stickin.
There we go. We're back, baby. We are back. Let's go to line 4. 4, you're on the wireless.
Ian, you're right.
I'm having a time of my life tonight. How are you doing, fella?
What was that guy going?
I've no idea. But the person who swore is calling in again.
You get some very odd people calling your...
077 1 double... We get the
I thought you were
idea.
giving my number.
No,
Sorry.
no.
I'm a bit disappointed, mate.
Go on.
Tommy Boyd. I find it's not like it's not made the effort really. Lying in bed,
Yeah.
just out of sleep.
Well, I thought that was a little bit disrespectful. Hey, listen, you know what I mean? He's an old man, and he was at one point he was nearly great, and he could have been a contender. Fantastic. I thought it was a little bit disrespectful to be in bed.
A little bit.
And he sounded pissed as well, didn't he?
Well, a little bit, but you know,
Anyway,
you've got to make the effort,
Listen,
really, haven't you?
it's at moments like that you realise why maybe some people aren't working anymore, and that's fine. You know, that's fine, and that's how he wants to be. Well done. You know, we can still listen to some of his stuff on the Shrine and on the internet, and you know, remember what he was and imagine what he could have been.
I am still laughing at that guy going. Rrr.
I know. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Yep. Too slow. Let's go to line 2. You're on the wireless.
There's a type of cheese you don't need a grater. You keep it in your refrigerator. It's not really a cheese, it's a residue. But a residue that's good for you. All together now, cottage cheese. Cottage cheese. Try it once and then you'll agree that cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is the only cheese guaranteed to go.
Oh. Let's go to line 3. 3, you're on the wireless. Hello?
Hello?
Yep, you're on the air.
Oh, that's me then.
Yeah.
All right, just want to say I completely disagree with what that guy said.
Lovely. Well, which guy? We'll try it because the delay's back up. Yes, line 6.
Hello, Tommy?
Okay, I'm just going to... let me play some music because I just want to speak to the swearers are calling in again. Or Eloise... no, I've got it. Hang on a second. Let me just go. I just spoke to the swearer and he's going... Oh, I'm really sorry about that. And I said, I can't let you come on the show again. You just did a massive... what about if I come on the air and said sorry? I can't trust you to come on the air. You just dropped the F-bomb and the C-bomb 6 times in a row. Give me a blooming heart attack. Eloise, good work tonight. OK. Tomorrow night we'll give away those 8 pairs of Roger Daltrey tickets. We'll talk... what are we talking about? We'll talk about burlesque, shall we? We'll do a burlesque special. We may do bootlegs tomorrow. We may do bootlegs next week. There's a chance we might have found someone from a body that's against bootleg recordings. We'll see. Either way, it'll be a good show tomorrow night. Thank you for listening. Do download the podcast. You'll hear the swears in the podcast. Mark Crosby's up next. Well worth a listen. Thoroughly decent chap. Good show. We'll see you tomorrow at 11. Ta-ta.